Now.
That's quite a crowd. I'm sure everyone's here for me, right? Good. Thanks for the validation. So, thanks everyone for coming here. I think I want to start with the following. First off, I think the industry, together we've built such a massive sort of infrastructure to process trillions of dollars of trading volume. We're able to move billions of dollars of liquidity around. We can do so much in our industry, but what's fascinating is that I imagine most of us here, nobody uses crypto payment apps for your daily payment needs. It's still fascinating that the last mile of adoption, crypto adoption, hasn't happened yet. So I want to focus this session on talking about what the world will look like 10 years from now, 5 years from now, where perhaps there's a little chance where we all start using crypto in our daily lives for payments. So, with that said, I want to start my first thing with Sam. Sam, welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Sam, you've been now the head of crypto payments at OKX. Previously, you were at Circle.
Yes.
And I want to start with you. What do you think is sort of the biggest challenge in making people use crypto as their primary choice for payments?
Oh, you're asking a very good question. I've been thinking this for the whole year. So, short answer is, I think simplicity. The simplicity of crypto in people's hands, then they can just transaction by themselves. I think this part of the work has not been done yet, but we're building it.
I see. So, tell me this. What does it take, Sam, for us to have the right interfaces for people to feel really comfortable with using stablecoin and not fiat for, say, buying a coffee or taking Grab to get to this event and what have you?
That's a good question. In the past year, I've traveled around 20 different countries, just sit right beside the users who claim they use stablecoins, and I look at them and say, how you use it? And the more I interact with them, I notice that they are using stablecoins across all different kinds of applications. But they want stablecoin, they want dollar, they want yield, they want spend their stablecoins at a coffee shop. They just don't have that application yet. But to build that application, we need a lot of technology built on the behind. And that's the thing I think the industry, everyone is trying to build right now.
Yeah, but Sam, think about it this way. There's billions of dollars of values, in send and receive that we send each other.
Yeah.
But there's no consumer interface that is popular enough that people can use. So tell me about some of the stuff that you've been building at OKX, and how do you think we can shape the interface so people here are actually motivated to use, say the OKX Pay app for payments?
Yeah, so we debuted OKX Pay app in Singapore yesterday, right? So what we've been thinking about is, there's so many tokens, there's so many stablecoins, different chains, it's very, very complicated. How can we make this very simple? You don't have to understand all the things underneath the hood. You just say, I want to use USDC, I want to use USDT, I want to use USDG to pay to get a cup of coffee, right? So we spent the whole year, we built 70 different rails across 40 different countries so people can deposit the fiat to the app very easily. The store. And then we provide users 4.1%, 5% APY. No effort needed. You just put your stablecoin there.
When you say no effort needed, let's talk about that.
Okay,
So,
I know you like it.
In the traditional banking world, I live in the US. If I want to earn any yield, I have to take my money and put it in a CD.
Yes.
And therefore my money is locked in there until I'm earning the yield, right? And I get maybe 4% if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's no lockup period in this?
There is no lockup period. You just hold a stable coin, you just have this app, and then 4.1%, 5% is in your hand and everywhere in the world. That's it.
So I know we launched OKX Pay back in Dubai. We initially announced it.
Yeah.
And it was available, we made it available in offshore markets.
That's right.
Now Singapore becomes the first onshore market to offer this solution. So, for folks who live and reside in Singapore, you can actually download this app. You can use it to, say, take Grab or buy coffee.
Yeah.
let's talk about group payments in that context, because that's, as you know, one of my favorite features.
Yep.
In the US, when you're young and you have to split your bill with your friends,
Yep.
you use an app called Splitwise.
That's right.
Tell me how this actually kills Splitwise.
Okay, so you're giving away the features we're building here, but we are trying to create the easiest experience where users can easily just share and split among themselves, not through an app, but through chat. So in the chat app, in the chat interface, you can just do social payments to your families, to your friends, or even to your fans. So assume that you have a lot of fans and you want to say, hey, I want to reward my fans and I want to give them 10 USDCs, or I want to split some kind of event with those fans. You can just do that in the chat. And there are a lot of hard work behind that, but it's going to be coming very soon. Yes.
I see. And what does the interface look like? I see you talk about this a lot internally, that payments need to almost look like you're sending a message to a friend. Tell me about that.
Yes, I hope that would happen right now, because I do think that payments happens every day when we're communicating with each other, right? It happens like Haider, we're talking about, let's go to dinner tonight, and then we finish that and say, hey, how much do I owe you? I should not just take out another app and say, hey, and let me make the calculation, so on and so forth. It should be just automatic calculated, and then stablecoin split it. That's it. That's it. Make it very, very simple, super simple. So that's the direction we're building into. I think there are many others who are trying to build such kind of solutions, but I believe we're better.
When I took Lando out to dinner, actually, it's really great because he didn't even ask if we could split it. He just walked out and left me to pay for it. So this is great, revolutionizing the experience, splitting dinners.
Speaking of
You're
splitting
welcome,
dinners,
you're
is this true? Did you just bounce on your bill?
No, I always get the bill normally. Scotty over here, he has a good living in snowboarding, but I'm just one of his best friends, and I always like to help out my friends, you know. And Scotty's one of those guys that I always want to get dinner for and take him out and things like that. But I mean, I live the life where you just want things to be as easy as possible. So whatever makes helping out my friends easier, it's priority.
Lando, let's talk about making things easy. You have to travel so many countries. You have 24 races in any given season.
Yeah.
It's a lot of countries.
It's a lot.
And I know you've got people helping you, but when you go from one country to another, naturally you're spending your money at restaurants or getting a coffee or buying new clothes or what have you. What's some of the biggest pain points, like just at a very basic level, nothing technical, but what bothers you about the current payment systems? Is it fees? Is it that things are slow? I'm just curious, like in a very normie way, what is the stuff that is a pain for you today?
I mean, I think things in big groups, like you're on that topic already, but anything where I'm with friends. I mean, to go down to the shop and buy a coffee, like that is the most simple thing that most people in the world do every single day. But I think anything that's in big groups, like in the end, you're like, sometimes you just keep it simple and you get the bill or whatever it is. But anything where you can, you're with a big group, whether that's 5 people or 20 people, 30 people, anything that can simplify how you set out the order for this whole group, how you can maybe split the bills, those kind of things. That's things which are just always complicated, hard to get everyone on board on. Hard to get everyone to have the same apps or currencies, whatever it may be. So anything that can simplify how you can split the bill and it automatically changes currencies, whatever they may be, that's something that's always just trickier than it needs to be.
Yeah, and I would add to that is, look, I think your experience with current banking works.
Yeah.
Everything works. There's nothing broken there. So when you think about crypto payments, I imagine people in your circle are looking at this and saying, well, if I'm going to adapt a crypto payment app, it's got to be materially better than what's already working for me.
Sure.
Is that a fair thing?
I would say that's a fair thing, and I think you still have your fair share of people out there who are probably a little bit afraid of using crypto and even getting into it in the first place. But the more people that you can start to introduce ease and simplicity to, The more you can try and make it like it is your everyday banking app, like you can just go out and, you know, Google Pay, whatever it is, you know, you can just tap your phone against the counter, whatever you want to make it that easy, where you don't even look at your phone, you just take it out, tap it, and carry on. When you get to that level, I think more and more people are going to want to use it.
Do you think that younger people have a higher affinity or probability to experiment with crypto? Like, do people in your circle feel more intrigued with crypto, or they're just like, it doesn't really matter, our stuff works today?
I think you got 50-50. You got people who don't care about it so much, and you have people who know the powers and the capabilities of what crypto can do for anyone, whether it's like investing or the long-term future, those kind of things. But I think for youth, if they just know it works, they'll just use it. So at least that's my way. Like if I just know it's a simple, easy thing, if it works exactly the same as any banking app where you can just tap your phone.
Or better.
Or more simple and you know, easy interfaces, those kind of things. People just catch on to whatever the trend, the easiness is, the simplicity of things. So whatever you can just make better than anything else, people are going to want to use it no matter what it is.
I see. Scotty, I'm going to bring it to you. You also travel maybe almost as much as Lando. Tell me about your experience and take the same vantage point. Stuff works today. You know, you and I, we exchange value from time to time if we go to a dinner or what have you. Mm-hmm. Things work. Why would you consider crypto as a form of payments? What would make you intrigued by it?
Yeah, I think, to soundboard what Lando said, I think as many of us in the room, I mean, technology, finance, everything is always evolving, and I would say the next generation, us included, and then the kids that are coming up. I have a 1-year-old, so I'm sure he's going to be very savvy with all of this, probably in the next few years, and be teaching me as well as the OKX app will. But yeah, I would say, naturally having a busy life, traveling around the world, you're always looking for different ways to create efficiency, speed up the process, eliminate any factors that can slow things down. And for me, that's where, I think the efficiency is a big thing.
Can I tell you what's the most annoying thing for me? Is when I go to a different country and I purchase coffee and then it gives you that prompt. Do you want to settle in USD or Singaporean dollars or dirhams or what have you? And I just want that stuff to just be easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to make that choice because then I start doing the math. If it's a big purchase, you start to wonder, is the conversion rate in my favor or not?
Yeah.
But with stable coins, you don't have to worry about that. It's one flat amount, regardless of which country you go to. Mm-hmm. Is that one of the things that would intrigue you to want to try something like this?
I mean, I would say so. I think it's one of the biggest, I think it is always one of the big questions, when you're at an ATM or you're at a coffee shop and
you're at Brunello Cucinelli.
I never know. If you're going there, maybe. But especially, I mean, if you're making a large payment, and you have to make that decision. I mean, for some people, they maybe don't care about it. They click either one. But for some people, they want to know which one is better for them. And sometimes it's hard to do on the spot. It maybe takes a few minutes to look at whatever the best conversion rate is. Yeah. Those kind of things. So again, for a lot of people, if you want to save these little bits of money everywhere you go, that's important. And I think for them not having to worry about that, or at least maybe having just a clue or an idea of what it may be so they can click quicker or know what to choose, then that's a good thing.
All right, I have another use case. Let's see which one of you guys can answer this one. Say your wife or your girlfriend says, hey guys, or Lando, you're in Monaco, I want this thing, and it's going to cost $20,000, and I want you to send it
to... No,
All right, you're the wrong person. Scotty, you're going to send it to Chloe, and there's a credit card limit on your app, and you can only share about, say, $5,000. What do you do in that case? Do you send a wire?
Yeah, my limit's about 1,000 intentionally.
I guess I'm spoiling my wife.
Yes, exactly. What would I do? I would say, got a couple Bitcoin. Here they are.
I would advise you don't send Bitcoin. That's the last thing you want to send.
No, I mean, it depends. You probably have to be educated on the app, and I think that was actually a question I was going to ask Sam off the stage before we came out here. It was hectic back there. But what I've always really liked about the platform with OKX is how informative it is. I think there's a lot of things that we need to adapt to, specifically with technology, and I think it's fair to say Lando and I obviously are professional sports people. We're up here representing OKX, but we don't have a wealth of knowledge. We're always learning, and I've always found with the application, whether it's this the new interfaces now, I've always found my experience, at least with the app, is that it's always really informative. If I'm unsure about something, it'll always come up with a slide and actually tell me what it means.
Mm-hmm.
So I was having a question to you, Sam, is that, you know, with this new tech on the application, is it pretty informative?
That's one of the very important effort we're putting in here. Scotty, you mentioned you have 1 year old, right? I have a 3.5 years old. So when I build this app, my feeling is we're building this for next generation. We're building this as we're treating our babies, right? We're building this as we talk with them. So they wouldn't understand what is USDC, USDT. But fun fact is, my son asked me, hey, Daddy, can you give me 10 USDC one day? So he kind of slowly picked it up, 3.5 years old. So when we try to do all these kind of things, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make the interface more interactive, more informative. There are a lot of new technology here, like AI agent, right? We're not there yet, but this is one of the efforts we're trying to become in that way. And to your point, Haider, you asked Scotty this question about if you don't have enough money, what do you send, right? I just want to share one of the examples that one of the real customers have. So I went to Brazil. I asked them, hey, when you travel outside of Brazil, how do you make a payment? They told me, hey, I'm sorry, but for every $100 spending, I'm gonna lose about $3 or $4 for all kinds of reasons, frictions. And then we come up and say, hey, we can tell you, we can educate you, there is a better way using stablecoin card. And then instead of losing $3 or $4 for every transaction, now you can get $99.9 out of that 100. Do you like it? And my Brazilian friends are like, yeah, we like it. This is the best thing we've ever had. So that's the education we talk about. The education from how we build the app easier, more interactive, and the education about how we really bring the value to those people, and they're willing to learn.
I think our vision is that ultimately people using these things don't even see USDT or USDC or stablecoins. They just see a payment app that is cross-border efficient. It's cheaper, it's faster, you can do group payments. And by the way, if you want to buy your girlfriend something special, you could actually send a big amount cross-border and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's watching it. She's gonna call you after this. So let's switch to sports. The Olympics are coming up. Scotty, tell us about your plans for the Olympics.
Yeah, we have the Olympics coming up in February next year. And yeah, I'm excited. It'll be my 5th Olympic Games, which is, I feel, very vintage, and my bones and muscles hurt when I say it. But yeah, it'll be my 5th Games, which will be cool. And yeah, been able to have some good success there in the past, but one stone left unturned, which is to win. So I'm setting up for that and really looking forward to it, and happy to be here in Singapore, and yeah, feeling good on the approach.
And you're gonna be rocking OKX there?
Of course, always rocking OKX in a big way.
We're gonna be rooting for you. Lando, big weekend for you. It's been a really interesting season.
Yeah.
To a degree, you can share with us what's gonna happen or what you're predicting this weekend. We'd love to hear from you.
Sure. I mean, every weekend's a big weekend at the minute. It's a big weekend for us as a team because it's our second opportunity this year to try wrap up the Constructors' Championship. Last year was our first one since 1998, so that was a great achievement.
Yeah.
Back-to-back 2 years in a row is our next one. So we're definitely going to do it at some point this year, but we'd love to do it here in Singapore. It's a great event to do it, and I think just a better atmosphere to do it than a lot of the others. So a special one for us as a team, because it's a big milestone for us, and it's part of history. So a big weekend for us as a team. but also as a team, but for the drivers. I mean, for both Oscar and myself, we have a good competition. We have a healthy competition. It's a weird one because you're teammates and you're against each other, so it's an odd situation to be in. But I think we enjoy being against each other and working together at the same time, working together as a great team that we are. But yeah, every weekend, every little point is helping. At the minute, I'm the one that needs a few more of the points, but every weekend you don't know what's going to happen. You're split by hundreds and thousands, you know. So the tiniest little of margins, a meter here, a meter there, can make all the difference by the end of the year. So an exciting one, and Singapore is for me one of my favorites of the year. So I'm excited to get back on track on Friday.
I don't know if you remember this, but we've been on this stage a few times.
Yes.
2 or 3 years ago, it was kind of hard. I wouldn't even ask you questions about the weekend. So it's fun now.
Yes.
You guys are leading on the constructor. I'm sure it's going to be extremely competitive for the driver championship.
Yep.
You know, we're rooting for you in a big way.
Thank you.
But this weekend is really special because historically you guys have performed really well here.
Yes.
Especially with the OKX liveries. I know we're not doing a livery this year.
I know.
But
well,
the liveries have been really...
Last year it worked.
Yeah.
You know, when you want to drive fast, it's always important to look good.
Yeah.
And quite often when we've looked good and the car's been great, we've had our OKX livery on.
The car looks good.
Yeah, we always look great. But you know, when we've had the OKX livery on, we've normally always had great weekends. So it's been nice to see our evolution from where we were a few years ago. It's much easier to have these kind of conversations now than it was back then. But Singapore last year was a great event. We managed to get the win. Monaco, one of my favorites this year. Managed to get my first.
That was my favorite because you did the fastest lap in Monaco, and I want everyone to give a big applaud because that's no small feat. Lando, that was an incredible lap.
Thank you very much.
Incredible lap. And I hope you do something really special. You have our support.
No pressure.
So, Scotty, anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
I did see Lando do that in Monaco, and it was impressive. And I've never told him that, and I will tell him that now. It was impressive, and I'll never tell him that again. That's all from me.
Lovely. Well, thank you, gentlemen.